Three categories of watershed indicators, ecological, stressor, and social, form the basis for recovery potential screening. Each category contributes uniquely to the comparative analysis process in RPS. This video describes the ecological indicators category, the types of metrics it contains, and some recommendations for use. The main role played in RPS by the ecological category is to characterize present watershed condition. The category's indicators are associated with aquatic and watershed natural processes such as runoff, flow and infiltration, provision of habitat, and channel dynamics. Measures of physical structure, which are often easier to obtain, serve as surrogates for the natural processes they support. A well-chosen selection of structure and process-related indicators may reveal relative differences in condition among a group of hucks or watersheds. The ecological category can sometimes go farther, addressing not only present condition but also resilience, the capacity to regain or maintain functionality in the future. Predictive insights may be even more valuable for restoration programs, but are highly dependent upon data availability. Measuring the same indicators in different zones adds variety to the condition-related comparisons one can make. RPS metric names include the letters WS when an attribute is measured for the whole huck or watershed. Some measurements of water bodies are compiled as area and linear totals per huck. Indicators with RZ in the name are measures of a huck's 100-meter buffered riparian zone around its surface waters, and HCZ identifies indicators measured exclusively in the hydrologically connected zone, which is based on a topographic wetness index and contiguity with surface waters. Numerous traits associated with condition and resilience are addressed in the standard RPS Tools' roughly 90 ecological indicators, and others are often added by RPS users with their own data. The 6 general subcategories on the left and the examples of each on the right demonstrate the common traits addressed and the indicator variety that exists. When selecting ecological indicators for a screening run, it's best to try and represent many different subcategories rather than select several indicators that overrepresent only one. Over-reliance on one trait may miss other important attributes affecting watershed condition. For more information about ecological indicators, the RPS website contains indicator reference materials, including subcategories, indicator summaries, each including why relevant and how measured, and reference sheets for some indicators, including literature excerpts that attest to their relevance to watershed condition. When selecting ecological indicators, it can be baffling to decide among so many options and yet be sure you have a wide variety of factors representing condition. One easy default is to use the PHWA Index of Watershed Health, which is available as a state-based or an ecoregion-based score. The PHWA, or Preliminary Healthy Watersheds Assessment, was completed by EPA's Healthy Watersheds program in 2016 at Huck 12 scale for the conterminous 48 states, using Healthy Watersheds assessment methods piloted in several individual state projects. PHWA scores represent an estimate of relative condition or health among all Huck 12s across each state and across each Amernic Level 3 ecoregion. The scores are a simple gradient of condition, and no breakpoints, such as a healthy-unhealthy threshold, have been specified. These 6 sub-indices make up the index of watershed health. They track closely with the 6 subcategories discussed earlier. Because all PHWA scores are in every RPS tool, you have the option to use PHWA values for the ecological category. Use the state and/or ecoregional index of watershed health alone, or select the 6 sub-indices individually if you'd also like to assign them differential weights. Users should not feel limited to the indicator selection already in the tool. Adding more ecological indicators is encouraged where quality data exist. RPS indicators are limited to metrics that could be calculated nationally, so in any given state or locality, highly relevant additional data are likely available. Some examples may include bioassessment results such as benthic or fish IBIs, data on wild fish populations, and any state-specific healthy watersheds assessments. See the RPS module about adding indicator data for more on this topic.